The photograph is a dark rain cloud and a rainbow over Lake Superior. At the top of the photo are the words Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore and the National Park Service arrowhead symbol. The photograph is a park ranger holding a large black umbrella. She is looking up at the sky with a smile as the rain falls on her outstretched hand. In the center of the photo are the words Story Time with a Ranger.
Welcome to Story Time with a Ranger. I'm Ranger Andrea, and I work at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan on the shores of beautiful Lake Superior.
The title photograph is lots of rain falling from a large dark rain cloud. In the center of the photo are the words
The Mystery of Rain, written and read by Ranger Andrea.
The next photograph is a small, fluffy white cloud floating in a blue sky.
Once there was a little cloud that floated in the sky. Fluffy and light, it was so white, it was dazzling to the eye.
The next photograph is a much larger and taller dark cloud with rain falling from the bottom.
It grew, and as it grew, it blotted out the sun. It turned dark, and with a thunderous bark, began to rain on everyone.
The next photograph is raindrops on the surface of a pond surrounded by grasses.
The rain fell on the trees and grass, on ponds and hills and ground.
The next photograph is a close-up view of kids' boots walking in a mud puddle.
It soaked into the soil and made mud puddles all around.
The next photograph is rain falling from very dark clouds over a lake with a few rays of sunlight shining through.
You might wonder, where does rain go when it falls from the sky? What happens to the raindrops that come from clouds up high?
The next photograph is a big tree with many large and twisted roots showing above the ground.
Some go into roots of a tree to help the tree grow tall.
The next photograph is a river otter, which is an animal that has a long body with brown fur. It is drinking at the edge of a still pond.
Some become a drink for thirsty animals, big and small.
The next photograph is a narrow stream flowing through the forest in summer.
Some flow downhill through the earth and then into a creek.
The next photograph is a larger river flowing out of the forest, across the beach, and into a large lake.
The creek becomes a river that flows fast into a lake.
The next photograph is a swimmer in a big blue lake on a sunny summer day.
The largest lakes hold so much water, it's hard to imagine it. But that is not the final place where water droplets sit.
The next photograph is a large river slowly flowing through islands and lagoons as it heads out into the ocean.
All lakes flow down to the sea in rivers slow and fast. The water drops join billions of others in oceans where they rest at last.
The next photograph is the view looking up from underwater in a blue ocean with sunlight coming through the surface above.
But no, the journey isn't over for some water droplets there.
The next photograph is a close-up view of sunlight reflecting and shimmering on the clear, rippling surface of the water.
There's one more step to take, and it leads them into the air.
The next picture is a diagram showing dots of water that follow arrows rising from a body of water and up into the clouds that are next to the sun. Beneath the arrows is the word evaporation.
An amazing thing happens you can't see, even if you try. Some water drops become invisible and float up into the sky. They join other droplets more and more until you know what they become.
The next photograph is dark and light clouds over a lake with some falling rain. There is a small rainbow beneath the clouds.
A cloud again, a cloud that soon will rain on everyone.
The last photograph is heavy rain falling on hills from dark clouds above. In the center of the photo are the words,
The end. I hope you enjoyed my story poem about the mystery of rain. So the next time it's raining, go splash in some puddles. Let the rain fall on your face. And remember how raindrops travel from a cloud to the earth and back again.
The National Park Service arrowhead appears and fades to black.